The Star Fox crew rushed to the front of their spaceship as sirens screamed, green and purple lights beamed, and Fox McCloud slammed a fist on the control panel.
When all seemed lost, Superman arrived, then died, then Sonic, and then I was born, said President Superman as a dark being of monstrous force blasted past their spaceship. He pointed a finger at the hurtling horror of dark power. Pursue them! We must save the planet from these forces of darkness.
"Oh, my children," said the wise woman, "now that the day of General Zoom's invasion of our planet is nearly upon us, and both Dr. Doom and the monster Doomsday are hurtling toward our atmosphere in a dark spaceship, I must tell the story of when Doomsday first arrived on our planet 1,000 years ago."
Superman and Supergirl stood strong against the arrival of Doom itself. A titanic colossus stood tall amid the smoke. A man in a green cloak floated beside the beast.
"I am Dr. Doom," the man shouted, "and this is the demon of my own creation, Doomsday, designed to destroy Superman and conquer this planet."
Doomsday's roar quaked the earth as the monstrosity met the Man of Steel with a flying punch. Superman blocked, but it sent him flying like an insect as sharp bones erupted from the beast's skin, slicing him, and he crashed down between 50 buildings, collapsing them all. A helicopter with a woman in purple caught this on camera. Her green hair whipped in the wind as she screamed in blood-curdling panic. "Superman is bleeding!" Doomsday howled like all the beasts from below the earth in hell, combined into one spell of doom as a punch zoomed down from the stratosphere and struck Superman's chest, bouncing the Man of Steel like a bug hit by a rocket. The first superhero was hurtling like a gnat, hit by a baseball bat, unable to control his momentum, screaming in agony and adrenaline as this monstrosity 5 times his size hurtled after him at super speed with knives on its knuckles. Is this the fall of Earth's first and last defender against Doom? The newswoman screamed as her helicopter spun in a storm of chaos. "We could all die today. What will we do if Superman isn't here to save us all?" "Superman, no!" Supergirl shrieked as she flew after her husband, pregnant but determined to save him no matter the cost. Superman lay in a crater of blood, like a bug smashed under a boot. His blue suit was torn to shreds, so much red he struggled to breathe as his ribs were cracked open, and the monster arrived at the same time as his pregnant wife. "Stay back!" Supergirl shrieked as she kicked at the beast. It snapped her leg like a matchstick without even thinking, and she screamed as blood sprayed all over her face and pregnant belly, and it would have skewered her baby dead with its knives, if not for Superman's final defense of his wife.
"Get away from my wife," he howled, all blood and bones. But his final punch glowed pure red and white, brighter than a supernova, as he blasted the fiend back with an almighty punch.
But he took a punch to the chest, even as he flung Doomsday away, and collapsed to his knees, his torso a collapsed red hole, as his Superman symbol floated in the air covered in blood, and the Man of Steel fell dead with only one breath to spare.
God save this world from doom.
"No!" Supergirl howled.
"He was useless against my beast, and now that Earth's last hope has fallen, no one will stand between me and world domination."
"Earth's last hope?" Sonic screamed as he arrived instantly. All his emeralds powered him up to Golden God mode as they spun in the swiftest circle around the fastest thing alive. He dove upon Doomsday with the speed of an angel.
"You're too late to save him," Dr. Doom yelled.
"I gathered all the emeralds for the power to save this world." Sonic roared as he flung punches swifter than a million storms, swarming the green beast with golden yellow power. "I'm the light at the darkest hour. Hear me, God. Grant me the strength to end this threat to humanity."
He flung Doomsday up with an almighty punch as his fist charged electric with lightning, conducted from every time zone on the planet, combined into a fist of divine glory that punched Doomsday into outer space.
"No," Dr. Doom snarled, raising his hand with a telekinetic force command, grabbing his spaceship to block Doomsday's launch.
Doomsday crashed into the dark spaceship in outer space with a colossal explosion, roared, leapt off at Sonic, and caught the hedgehog off guard with a devastating punch.
Sonic crashed down to Earth with a tremendous explosion. His supersonic form evaporated from gold to blue instantly. He bounced across the rubble as Doomsday landed before him. "Stay away from him, you animal!" Amy shrieked as she struck her hammer of divine speed at her nemesis, and its pink power knocked Doomsday back, but the beast crushed her hammer in its hand and approached the two with murder in its black-green eyes.
Sonic was spitting up blood, coughing. "My emeralds!" he gasped, reaching for the glowing gems, but their glow faded and they disintegrated. All hope faded from the blue hero's eyes. How will I defeat this menace without my Chaos Emeralds? We're doomed!
"That's what he wants you to think!" Amy screamed.
We kill Superman, rape Supergirl, and murder this planet to ashes.
"Oh God." Amy shrieked in Sonic's face, her breasts shaking up and down. "Sonic, do something!"
But without hope.
"Do it without hope and without your fucking emeralds!" she howled. "Go hyper, Sonic! Sonic, go hyper! Sonic, go hyper! Go hyper, Sonic, go hyper and save this world!"
Supergirl vomited and blood sprayed out of her ass. "Where is my hero, Lord? Where is my salvation? Who will avenge my honor as a Christian woman?"
Sonic screamed as his body flashed from blue to white swifter. Then electricity disco sirens combined into one and howled a gale of unparalleled power as he glowed whiter than the sun and sprinted faster than all the sprinters in existence combined into one, and his punch was the fist of God upon the face of doom itself.
Doomsday warped, rippled, then howled as a vortex opened behind. A pink-white spiral portal sucked in the beast as Sonic soared after it with more fury than a phoenix.
For Superman, for God, for the sake of this world, for my Amy, I cannot lose to you, Agents of Doom. He was punching and kicking faster than anything he'd imagined possible before. Even as a child, nothing compared to this. The whole world had become a psychotic mess of colors, a blur. He was like a thimble in a hurricane, unable to feel pain or fatigue, impossible to stop as he blasted the satanic enemy back from the gates of the United States of America. With one laser blast of his hand, he reduced half of Dr. Doom's robot body to ash. Dr. Doom recoiled, stumbled, screamed, and retreated as Sonic landed next to Amy and reverted. The face of his wife was a pink blur. His heart was beating like a bomb. She was screaming his name, but all of it was fading. And yet, the fight wasn't over.
Green demons of doom, attack! Dr. Doom screamed as he pointed with his remaining hand, even as he retreated from the planet.
Doomsday was destroyed or defeated, and Dr. Doom had retreated, but a storm of green doom surrounded our heroes. A pregnant Supergirl, wounded and raped, Sonic breathing his last, and Amy without her hammer.
A green demon seized Supergirl and raped her so hard that her unborn infant shrieked inside her womb. "My baby!" Supergirl howled as blood sprayed from between her legs. Amy screamed.
A red warrior arrived like an angel, as swift as a command from God, and met the millions of green demons with millions more punches, howling as he hammered them all with his bare fists, punching so swift that his knuckles burst ablaze. As this was the end of days, the end times, and the spirit of a hero is greatest during the darkest of days. Supergirl crawled away during the battle, holding her baby, as Amy assisted her.
General Zoom.
The voice of Dr. Doom boomed as his black spaceship arrived.
As always, you beat me here first. You truly are the swiftest being in this entire galaxy.
Swiftest? Ever heard of me?
Just ignore that girl. I brought Doomsday here to take care of any resistance, so that you, esteemed Architect of Doom, can focus on destroying this entire planet.
Isn't Doomsday dead?
Word Girl's response was silenced by sharp knuckles that sliced her cheek open and punched her to Missouri. A demonic wail filled the air, a boom of a roar, as a giant monstrosity zoomed after her, propelled a purple-black tunnel of evil. The black-green beast hammered her into a crater. Every punch sunk her 100 miles deeper. It was getting hotter and hotter. Word Girl howled as she was raped by such hate to her face. Every slice into her skin was like a knife of misogyny to the face and neck of a super lesbian. And yet, she didn't give in. She didn't give up. She showed why her name was Becky Botsford.
As lava pooled from all sides from the hell that Doomsday had sunk our brave red hero to, she howled every word in every language in one breath at super speed, straight into the black-green face of Doom itself. Doomsday was rocketed away like a bug hit by a supersonic plane, flying over the Atlantic Ocean as Word Girl zoomed after him, her red arms outstretched with such rage. Her eyes, usually black, now shone red. Her teeth were pillars of sharpness, canines like the knives of wolves used to slay prey dead in the snow. Her hair floated in a brown-red halo as her mantle had been torn during battle, but now nothing would be held back. "Did Superman do that when you killed him?" she screamed as she seized the beast by its inhumanly thick neck, crushing whatever cords were in there. "You're like a big bag of meat to me. You're nowhere near as durable as General Zoom, and you know what that means." She was the one zooming, booming, creating electric storms of chaos. Her speed broke physics. Reality itself was warping, like the projection of an illusion was ended by an EMP. Red electricity crackled across the entire sea. Many fish died. The deep would be sad, but he was bad and green, and she was mad and mean, a soldier of the swastika supreme, a beam of light, so bright, so white, with so much kindness, a princess like Goddess Princess Morbucks, a worshipper of all goddesses and queens, especially Goddess Super Maisie. I am Word Girl, Becky Botsford, and I have more abilities than all those ants, worms, and fleas, those foolish failures of male heroes who failed to save this planet before me. I will shred all of you aliens dead, behead you bastards as I am the answer, the cure to you alien fleas, you disease that must be purged from our planet by any means necessary.
Her speed did exactly that. Doomsday was like a giant botfly caught in a blender by Botsford, the greatest avenger, screaming and snarling, helpless, like the most powerful beast caught in a bear trap. As his bones snapped, his tendons sprayed blood, green, black, blue, and purple. Disgusting muck fell to the ocean below as the red glow of Gula matched the power of the goddess of Hula, Goddess Queen Lena. And this was no understatement, as Lena was battling against hordes of Japanese and Chinese who allied like Gog and Magog against the super lesbian Captain America.
Word Girl finished Doomsday with a hammer. The rest of his body had been destroyed completely, falling into the Atlantic. Her signature finisher punch popped off his head, and she seized it, squeezed it into a squishy mess, then dove into the ocean and swam so fast that she created a whirlpool, flew up with such speed that a house-sized sphere of ocean flew into the sky with her. She sucked it all in, bloating her body like Miss Incredible, and flew back to America in sub-second. Super Cyborg. Miss Piggy was shooting dead aliens with her hundreds of machine guns. They detached from her back as an armada of artillery, firing missiles and a storm of lead death at the enemy. Word Girl arrived instantly inside this bullet hell and kissed Miss Piggy on the lips, blowing all the remains of Doomsday away for permanent disposal with the world's longest raspberry. Miss Piggy burped, confused. Her awesome artillery weapons continued to fire automatically. No time to explain, Word Girl explained. She exaggerated the pose of a standing runner, swinging her elbows and winked. Gotta dash.